These are sweet rides. Yes, sir. These are a very sweet ride. This is the 1969 Chevy Camaro, and this is the 1970 Chevelle. Very nice bodies on there, are very nice detailed. And they're both on the Fazer MK2 body. But there's one thing that very important to actually mention. They are different wheelbase. And this one has a little bit of longer wheelbase, about 3/4 of an inch longer. And we'll go through that when we look at the chassis. So there is a little bit of difference, especially where the cover of the ESC is and all that. The shorter wheelbase does not have the cover. This one has a cover. But it's the attention to details on the body, the bumpers. This one has wipers. This one doesn't, because usually the wipers went underneath the hood. So very nice, again, detail on the Kyosho. So let's get closer and have a little look at the difference of these two cars. Very nice. And thank you to 110 Hobby for permitting me to do these review and my thoughts on the trucks. Not the trucks, but the cars. So awesome little cars. Let's get a little closer and look at them. There we go. Two very nice cars with a lot of details on the bumper. The bumpers are actually a hard chrome plastic, so they are not molded into the body. They're actually add-on, which is nice, and it's especially for the detail look of it. Two mirrors. Here you have the wipers on one, like I was mentioning, which is very nice. I love the 302 sticker on the hood. This one has a cool induction sticker onto it. Very nice. SS logo is actually raised. This one, they do come with the light buckets, which is very nice detail inside with the little tiny lines. And this one has the two of them, and that one has the one. So what I like is the attention to detail. You do have the light buckets on both cars. So if you want to put lights on there, not a problem. And you can see here the bumper, how it's actually attached. So if anything happens or it breaks, you can actually order another one and get it fixed. Here's the attachment just for the logo, which is crazy and amazing. And I believe it attaches the center of the bumper also. So very nice details on these bodies. Very nice thick Lexan. Another thing I love on it is they didn't paint the windows. They actually did put a plastic on top of it, but it gives you a tinted version. So very nice. So if ever somebody wanted to put an interior on it, they could. So very nice attention to details on this. Move that over and have a quick look at this body now. So the Camaro Z28, again, a lot of attention to details. The little stickers, the body, the way it actually, my brother had one of these Camaros, so very nice to see. Nice detail on the back for the bumper. Again, the windows are tinted, which is nice add-on. And we have inside the light buckets. This one has two in the front, and this is where the wipers actually attach. The mirrors attach differently than the other one. The other one is a press-on adapter. These have body clips. So very nice details on these body. Move that aside. And then we have the two body. Now these are pretty much identical, especially for the width of them. And when you look at them from the front, they are identical. shock placement and all that. The only place where it really differs is the wheelbase. So not sure I'll be able to put that really into perspective. Let me take the phone off the stand and show you. So there we go. I put both of them side by side. Two wheels are perfectly aligned, and you can see the different wheelbase on the two. And it is not just the way they put the arms. I know Tamiya is very famous for this, but the pan of this car is completely different than this. So if ever you wreck it, or you think, oh, I don't like that body, I want to switch to a different body, you can't do that on these two cars because the wheelbase is different. You can tell really here by the cover here, they have a cover over the ESC and the receiver, and this one does not. That's because the pan on it is much different width. So if I have this car and this car, they look exactly the same, but they're not. I put them exactly, and that's a molded plastic all the way through. So it is different from one to the other. But when you look at them from underneath, they look the same. So just be aware of this when you're buying a car, or pretty much all other manufacturers are close to the same thing. These do have the same wheels. Love the wheels. I can't say I'm a fan of these type of nut to hold them. One of my car, I can't remember which one, had this in the past. I just found it annoying sometimes to put the wheels back on and off, but maybe it's a habit thing. But these actually have screws, so you use a driver to actually take these off, which is different. But I love that they have the shock, not the shock, but the brake at the back, and they're all painted, so it makes it look really nice and scale. So these are 2S capable, not 3S. Well, you could put 3S into them, but once the smoke comes out of it, it's not guaranteed anymore. So the smoke is very hard to put back in the car. So I don't want to recommend 3S on these. The spec is 2S. So if before you ask me, can I run 3S? Well, you can, but you will have smoke and then your car won't run anymore. Just like you can run 4S, but that's really going to make a nice fire. No, just run 2S, guys. I'm just kidding around. So very cool. If you notice here, this has a different steering than this one. I just noticed that while talking to you guys. So this is actually, it looks the same, but for some odd reason, they've actually used a different system to actually tie them together. Ah, that's interesting. So the Camaro has a different linkage for the, which I'm not sure what this is for, actually, to tell you the truth. What is the benefit of this compared to the other one? Rocks? I don't know. It looks different. Steering on it is a rod, which is nice. Off the servo, everything is nice and high, so you should not have any issues with rock like you do on another brand that I have. So having this bar in the center is a nice add-on. The dry shaft on it is a plastic dry shaft. And then you see the steering rod come through here in the bottom. So this channel that they've made is just to stiffen up everything. But here's the A-arm. Shocks are plastic, but with a metal cap. Nice foam bumper for the front. They both have the front bumper. Shock in the rear, same thing. They do have, this is interesting, the way they got the, sorry about that moving, but it's the better, having the review with the camera like this in my hand is easier for me to show you small details. There's like the brake caliper, or not the brake disc is there. It's part of the hex. But the brake caliper, you can actually see it, which is there, which never moves, which is a nice feature, a nice add-on when you're driving with it and you're doing close-up or slow motion videos and things like that. Like I do. I do a lot of slow motion stuff. But it's the dog bone inside. It is a dog bone, but it's so deep. And usually on dog bones, I'm used to, you actually have a slot here on the outside. But this one you don't. There's just a slot on the inside, which is an interesting way of doing it. But hey, everybody does it differently. But you do have dog bones, front and rear. No sway bars on these. But very interesting that on a short base Camaro, that there's these, and these one don't have it. What is the benefit of it? I don't think there is any difference. Because to me, the carrier is the same carrier, and the arm is the same arm. It's just the way they attached it is much different. It's interesting. When you both get these out of the box, this is how they look for the electronics. So this one looks way cleaner because everything is in there. This one, of course, they couldn't clean it and shorten it or whatever. So it looks a little bit more messy, but does not hurt the performance. Does not hurt the performance at all. You do have a battery tray, full-size battery tray for this. It comes with the DIN connectors. So if you don't like it, or you have other batteries, you'll have to change the connector. But it is a full-size square battery for 2S or NIMS. And keep in mind, these cars do not come with batteries or battery chargers. You will need batteries for the receiver and the transmitter. And talking about the transmitter, it is a transmitter, Kyosho transmitter. I did do a review on the other truck talking about this transmitter. It's the same transmitter, 3-channel transmitter. I was surprised with the radio. It's really neat in the sense that the wheel is actually a little bit of an angle, which is very nice when you're actually driving, because when you're driving, you're actually, the way you're holding it, it's very comfortable. It does have foam on it. What's nice with it also is that it does have, come on camera, focus. There we go. You do have the steering trim and the steering dual rate. Steering trim is going to do it from right to left, so that's to center your steering wheel. Dual rate, that's going to limit how far of steering you're going to get. And then you got your throttle trim from front forward to reverse. And you also have your throttle EPA. This is going to limit. Let's say you give this thing to a child. You don't want it to go too fast. You just bring it down. And your reverse also is the same thing. You don't want it to go crazy on reverse. You just bring that down. And that's going to limit the amount of power you have. And you have the typical throttle reverse and steering reverse. So that's really, really nice. So very nice kits. To tell you the truth, this is one car I was actually looking into getting, was the this body, the Fazer MK2 body or chassis, because I've heard very good things with them. So thanks to 110 Hobbies for the opportunity to take and do a review on these Kyosho. Nice. Well, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe for more reviews and thought on these nice trucks. If you want to know anything, please let me know, and I can find out for you or do a nice review for you guys. Thanks. We'll talk to you guys later. Have fun.